Hello everybody, my name is Cyberman Alf and welcome to part 2 of my top 100 Doctor Who episodes of the modern era, aka my 100 subscriber special. Thank you so much for 100 subscribers again, and we're just going to get straight on with the video. Number 74, The Vampires of Venice. This isn't a bad episode. It's quite good. I think concept's good. The reason it's this low is mainly due to the fact that we've got vampires. Oh wait, they're aliens again. Like we had ghosts. Oh wait, they're aliens again. We've got a werewolf. Oh wait, it's an alien again. It's just, if you're gonna do it, don't do it properly and don't just do the whole alien thing the whole time. Surprise us one time by actually have them being vampires. Number 73, Partners in Crime. The opening to Series 4, and I think it holds up. You cannot deny the cuteness of the adipose. I think that the villain works fine, the plot's slightly stupid, and the sonic pen, really? But I think it's a good reintroduction to Donna. So I think that works very well. I think it does exactly what it wanted / needed to do, so I think it does everything very well. 72, The Eaters of Light. The only episode in the modern era to be written by a classic writer. And it feels very much like a classic Doctor Who episode. I think the one problem is that, yes, it does feel too much like a classic Doctor Who episode, and it kind of has the slow pacing of one as well. 71, Into the Dalek. In the Dalek, it's a good story, not a good Dalek story. I think that's what I can really say about it. There's not much in it that's unique. The good Dalek's fine, but that's really about it. And plus, he's not really the first good Dalek, because Dalek Khan told Davros that he was going to win when he didn't, so they would be destroyed. So, yeah. Number 70, Closing Time. Closing Time, it's quite good. It definitely doesn't use the Cybermen to their full potential, though. And I think that is the main problem with it, is that the Cybermen are underused in this episode in favour of Dr. Craig character development, which I'm not complaining about, but the way they stop the Cybermen as well, it's stupid. He's had an emotional inhibitor put in him. Oh, now he can hear his child and feel emotions. Ooh. Number 69, Last Christmas. This should be higher. This should be way higher. But there is one thing keeping this one back. The Dream in a Dream in a Dream. If it wasn't for that, this would be way higher. That is my one problem with it. And that's all I'm going to say about this episode. 68, Father's Day. Now, I know a lot of people rate this one really highly and would have this a lot higher than this. The reason I have this low is because it was kind of obvious how they needed to stop the Reapers. It's glaring you in the face the entire time, and the characters take forever to work it out, so that is the one reason it's down here. But apart from that, character development's great for Rose. I like Rose's dad, and it's good we see our universe as Rose's dad in this one. But apart from that, surely Rose would have realised that it was her standing there with her dad when she died, when she met the Doctor and found out it was a time machine. Also, why would the Doctor let her see it if he knows it's a fixed point in time? Number 67, the Zygon Invasion, Zygon Inversion. The concept is great for this story, it just at times is slightly confusing. But it's this high because the speech, you cannot deny the speech. The speech is great. And I love the concept of this story, and I think it works in the most part. There were just some things that could have been better about it. Number 66, The Girl Who Waited. I really love this The reason I love it is it's good, But that's about it. Really, that's the only thing I can say about it. It's not memorable. I guess Old Amy's quite good, but that's really it. Number 65, Empress of Mars. This is fine, I think. Again, a lot of these ones are just fine. And problem is, some of the other ones have good moments in, but these moments are just better. It's good. I think my one problem with this one is God Save the Queen on Mars. No. Number 64, Voyage of the Damned. A great Christmas special, but there are just some things that I can't put as higher than some other ones on this list. This is the point in the list where I don't really have much to say about these episodes. They're just alright, really. Lie of the Land, 63. So, Lie of the Land's really grown on me. I think the one glaring problem I have with this is I don't mind Bill's mum at the end of that much. It's the fake regeneration. And I rewatched it recently, but once I look past the fake regeneration, it's a solid episode. I think I like it a lot, so it's better than I remember, but it's still not perfect. Number 62, The Ghost Monument. This one started off as being really good for me, and then I rewatched it a few times, and it's still alright, but it's not as good as it was the first time I watched. It's just nothing really happens. They're on the most dangerous planet in the universe, and they all survive. Number 61, Time Heist. Now, I love Time Heist. I think the plot works amazingly well. I think the one thing that sets this one back from being top 10, really, is the architect being the Doctor. No. That makes no sense, and it could have been someone a lot better than it just being the Doctor, which is the most predictable thing to do always. Number 60, Rise of the Cybermen, The Age of Steel. This is a fine two-parter. It's alright in terms of how it uses the Cybermen. It could use them better. I mean, we just hear screams for their creation, and then the emotional inhibitors. This one's just quite good. I really like it, but it could do a lot better. Number 59, The End of the World. I love The End of the World. The End of the World's great. I think it works because it's crazy. Second episode of Doctor Who and they're going crazy already. And I surprisingly like Sandra in this. I don't like her in New Earth, but I like her in this, and that's why it is this high, because it's just crazy. Aliens of London World War 3, number 58. Now, I like the concept for the Slovene, and I honestly wouldn't mind if they came back one day. I don't even mind the design that much. And I just happen to really like this episode. One problem, plot convenience the whole way through. There's a door which stops Slovenes from getting through. There's a password which can set up bombs. That's my one problem, plot convenience the entire episode. This would be perfect if there was no plot convenience in it, but there is. Number 57, The Return of Dr. Mysterio. When there was a gap here in 2016 and all we got was this, I was convinced this episode was going to be rubbish. It was actually surprisingly very good, for a number of reasons, but I can't get into all of them now. I'm a massive fan of superheroes and all that, so I really don't mind it in this, and I think Harmony, Shaw, or as they were called, work really well as villains. 56, Demons of the Punjab. For a while this would have been really high. It's one of my favourite episodes of Series 11, but in the grand scheme of things, it's not better than other ones higher than this. That is the one thing with this, is it's good, but not as good as ones higher than this. Number 55, The Next Doctor. Oh, I love The Next Doctor. Next Doctor's great. It doesn't use the Cybermen a while, but I love the mystery surrounding Jackson Lake, and I think he's such a good character. Everything about that one works, so that's why it's at number 55. Number 54, Cold War. the superior of the two modernized horror stories, in my opinion, mainly for the fact that this is a great story. This is a Mark Gatiss story that's pretty good. I think this could have and should have been top 10. This should be, if not for one thing, I would put this at like number 5, maybe even number 4. But it just ends like the Power of 3. It just ends halfway through. The ice war is so threatening in this, and then it just suddenly ends. That is the one. If it wasn't for that, this would be way higher than it is here. But unfortunately, it just ends. Number 53, The Lodger. This is filler Doctor Who being comedic show. I don't mind it. I don't think we really needed it, but it's alright. And if you're going to give us a comedic Doctor Who show, then do it this way. It's fine. That's it. It's just fine. I like Craig though, so that's a bonus. 52, The Hungry Earth Cold Blood. Chris Chibnall episode again. I think this is great. Personally, I really like this. I think this does the Silurians really well. It's just, I just have to put it this low because I honestly just prefer episodes above this. Number 51, The Beast Below, an underrated gem of Series 4. Absolutely underrated gem right there. I love this episode so much, and I think it's just, it works. And the one problem with it is Matt Smith decides he doesn't like humans around with him far too early in his run. This should have been one of the episodes near the end, and it would have been so good. I think that's the only problem. If this had been one of his later episodes, this would be a lot higher. And finally, the last episode for today's video, number 50, Deep Breath. Deep Breath's a good episode. I really like it. I really, really, really like it. And it's at this point, I'm just looking, and I think from this point onwards, all the episodes here might be 10 out of 10s, in my opinion. Not 100% sure on that, but it's just I have to prefer the episodes above this one. I really like the Return of the Clockwork Droids. I really love that Moffat didn't tell us if he was pushed or if he fell. And I think it was a great introduction to the Peter Capaldi era. Except the Paternoster Gang are a bit stupid in this, as they are in most episodes they're in. I think that's what mainly holds it back. So that was part 2 of my top 100 Doctor Who episodes of the modern series. Please stay tuned for part 3, which will be coming out very soon. I've been Sideman Alf, but from me for now, it's goodbye.